I'd like to tell you about what I consider to be a must-have tool for your personal life and ministry. It's the Biblical Counseling Library from Hope for the Heart. When you open the library, you'll see a place for daily devotions, a place to learn the program, plus an easy way to get right into the library. Now there's a wealth of different topics, as you can see as I scroll through this list quickly. But I'll go ahead and show you the topic of anger here. First of all, there's an introduction to the topic, then there's a definition, and in that definition, here's what they say. What's the meaning of anger? What about the magnitude? And what about the misconceptions? What about the misuse of anger? You'll notice that Scripture is throughout all of the different aspects of this particular key. Then it'll go into characteristics. And what about the characteristics? What are your anger cues? Here you see anger cues: decreased appetite. Do you feel unusually hot or cold? Do you find that you're breathing faster or harder? Tense muscles, increased respiration, so forth and so on. Do you act or react when you're angry? Symptoms of unresolved anger, hidden anger. Then it goes into causes. Why are we angry? And it goes into several categories. One is hurt. Another one would be injustice. Another one would be fear. And finally, the fourth one would be frustration. And it doesn't just talk about anger and the reasons why we're angry, but I'm glad that every one of the 100 keys has a section on steps to solution. So go ahead and click here. There's always key verses to memorize, key passages. Then you can analyze the amount of anger you have. In this case, you even have a pie chart here where you have a pie listing different people that you might be angry with. Then, of course, there's selected bibliography. And then there's something that's really cool that I like, the memory verse cards. Here I can just click on these memory verses and look what happens. I have the memory verses that come up here, and on one side I have the actual verses. On the other side I have questions that refer to the actual verses. So all I have to do is just print those out and cut those up, and then I can have memory verses that I can read throughout the day. Now I want to show you something that's really cool. Let's say you like a particular portion of the article and you want to transfer that to your notes. I'm going to go here and just highlight a few things. Now watch this. All I have to do is hit copy. I'm going to go to my word processor, and now I'm going to hit paste, and look what happens. It automatically goes right into my word processor, but look how good it looks in the way it's formatted. This is something that I could just use immediately as notes and be right on track with what I'm saying because it's formatted so well. Now let me show you something else. First of all, when you hover over a verse, it'll come up in whatever your default translation is automatically. But let's say I'm in Psalm 51:6. I'm going to go there right now. Just open up a Bible. All you have to do is just click on the Bible. And I'm going to go to Psalm 51:6. Now, I want to find out all the places in my library that refer back to that psalm. All I have to do is this: hit cross-reference, and it immediately pulls up all the commentaries that deal with it. It pulls up my devotionals, my literature, my Christian living articles. All kinds of things are pulled up automatically in this. In fact, in my literature, there's an area on counseling, biblical counseling keys, and look at all the areas that dealt with Psalm 51:6. There it is here. Emotional walls. Here it is here. Psalm 51:6. So just in an instant, if you were studying a particular verse, hit a button. Everywhere in the library that verse is mentioned, you immediately can pull up that information to help you in your study. That is an amazing, powerful tool. I trust you've been able to see some of the value and benefits of this biblical counseling library from Hope for the Heart and WORDSearch. But I want to also let you know that this contains not only the 100 biblical counseling keys, which have 4,000 pages of information, but also 20 Bibles, commentaries, Easton's Bible Dictionary, and over 150 additional books. So there's an amazing wealth of content that's included in this package. Be sure to pick up a copy from Hope for the Heart. I am absolutely positive the first time you use this, you will be glad you made the investment. Thank you so much, and God bless you in your life and ministry.